Taking a short pause to go over something that seems to be a mystery to a lot of people. And when I first started working on engines and wrenching, it was a mystery to me as well, and it was confusing, and it was like one of those things that you thought was too difficult for you to tackle. And what I'm talking about is your valve train adjustment. I ran across an engine builder, been building engines for 40 years. It's been a while back. And he showed me how to adjust valves. And don't get me wrong, there are lots of ways that you can do it. But this particular way, it doesn't matter if you're interrupted in the middle of it. It doesn't matter which cylinder you're on, or you could be interrupted, walk away, come back an hour later, and still pick up where you left off without going, man, which cylinder was on top dead center, and I don't remember which blah 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 and whatever. With this method right here, like I said, you can walk away and come back 2 days later and pick up right where you left off, and you just keep going and keep following the method that you were using, and you're good. And I've done I can't tell you how many small block Chevrolets, small block Chevys, and I've never had any valve train issues. I've never had any valve train chatter. I've never had a valve hang open on me, and every time I hit the key on a build, boom, fires right up. So anyway, thought I would just bring y'all along and show you how I do valve train adjustment, and maybe it'll help somebody. And here we go. First thing you're gonna want to do is just doesn't matter where you are in your timing. Could be top dead center, could be top dead center on 8, 6, doesn't really matter where you are in the rotation. Go through all of your rocker arms and set 0 lash. And well, what is 0 lash? 0 lash is where you're going to have no up and down play in your push rod. You can see right there, that one's super loose. So let's go ahead and just tighten this one down. And as you're tightening, you should be picking up and down on your push rod. And also you want to make sure that your socket isn't pushing down on your rocker like it just was, because that'll trick you into thinking you've got 0 lash, and it's not 0 lash. So you want to kind of ride your socket on the top part of your nut and occasionally pick your socket completely up. And again, this is up and down play. This isn't left to right, side to side. If you got no up and down play in your rocker, then that is 0 lash. So you set 0 lash, and right there, 0 up and down play. And what you're going to do is go through every rocker arm, set 0 lash on all of your push rods, and then you're going to take your crank and rotate it. Rotate your crank a quarter of a turn, and then go through all your rocker arms again and set 0 lash. And what that's going to do is some of your cam lobes are going to be up. You're going to go a quarter of a turn, adjust all of them to 0 lash again, a quarter of a turn, adjust all of them to 0 lash. And after you go through about 2 turns, you'll notice that all of your push rods are going to have 0 lash in them. And I like to go 3 full revolutions. So that's basically 12 quarter turns. And after you've gone 12 quarter turns, there's virtually no chance that you're going to have any rocker arm play or any push rods that have greater than a 0 lash. And once you have gone through every rocker arm and you've set 0 lash, go a half to 3/4 of a turn past 0 lash. You'll have set your preload on your lifters. Nothing's going to be over tightened, nothing's going to be loose, and you're good to go. I promise you, you'll have 0 problem. And again, if you walk away, that's fine. If you get interrupted for 2 hours, that's fine. You don't have to worry about which cylinder was on top dead center and which ones I've done already. It doesn't matter. Leave, come back 2 hours later and just start checking your push rods to see which ones are loose. And if some of them are loose, set them to 0 lash and keep going your quarter turns until all of your push rods at any point of the rotation of your crank should have 0 lash. And this is going to be for hydraulic flat tappet cams or roller hydraulic. Will not work for solid rollers. You do have to use another method for that, but most applications when you're using a hydraulic roller or a hydraulic flat tappet cam, this works every time, 100% of the time. And I've done so many of these small blocks and so many valve adjustments at this point, I've never had a problem. So hope this helps. Take 2 on Chevy small block revival. New timing chain set. New oil pump. Let's see what she'll do. Here we go. See what she'll do.